What's going on, everyone? It's been a long time. I haven't done a vlog in, I can't even tell you how many weeks, but rest assured I'm still here. I've been a little busy, so let's do a little backstory here. So I stopped vlogging for a little while because it became too much of a mental stress to come up with something every single weekend. And so I took a little break, and then this whole worldwide pandemic happened, and then all the crazy chaos going on in the US, and it just kind of really left me uninspired to do any kind of content. Sure, I've done a little bit here and there. I posted a few videos, a couple unboxings, a couple product reviews, but I haven't really felt the desire to vlog. So I figured now's as good a time as any to finally do another vlog, so here I am. So what have I been up to? Let's see here. I haven't really gone anywhere. I pretty much just stayed home or gone to work, and so I haven't really done much. I had a little slump where I was just kind of hanging out doing almost nothing for a little while other than work, and then I finally got it in my mind to start creating a workspace. So what I've started doing is I've actually been working on my basement, which I will give you a tour of shortly. But before I get there, let's back up a little bit. So several weeks ago, probably 4 or 5 weeks ago, I started a diet, keto diet, and I have to say it's kind of worked. I've actually lost some weight, and I've had a little bit more energy, and that's kind of what sparked me to kind of want to get creating again and kind of take a new look at what I'm doing with this channel and content for all of you. So that's the biggest thing that's happened. What else? I've been buying a little, camera gear and whatnot here and there. I have some future product reviews coming, but first I kind of need to create a workspace to shoot them. I know that might sound kind of confusing, but I actually have plans for this whole basement. As you'll notice, there's a lot of echo. This basement is all walls and floor. There's no sound deadening whatsoever, so that's why the audio kind of sucks. And the lighting is just the lights that are here. You can see behind me. I don't have any external lighting going on right now. Kind of wanted to give you a raw look at what I'm doing and what I've been working on the last 3-4 weekends, plus the foreseeable future until I get this really going. So let's take a little tour here, and I'll show you what I've been working on. So what I've been doing is finishing the floor of my basement, all these floor tiles. As you can see, they're kind of a wood grain, and they're all pre-marked. I had them all labeled. Backstory, I borrowed a tile saw from a buddy of mine, and I only had it for a limited amount of time. So what I did was I pre-laid out the entire floor and cut all my tiles and had it all pre-laid out, not mortared, just laying down so that I could get the saw back to him. So what I then had to do, which is way more work than it's worth, was I had to unstack everything and stage it along one wall so I could come back and glue it all down. So it took me a while to do that, and that's why all these are labeled. As you can see, each one has a blue sticker on it. It's just blue painter's tape with an alphanumeric numbering system that worked pretty well. So I finally got that. I actually just grouted all that back there yesterday, as you can see. And then it goes back into this little nook back in here. That was a pain in the butt. So what I decided to do, initially this whole room was gonna be a home theater, and then there's a room over here off to the side. I think the original owner of this house kind of was gonna make it into his home office. I decided to change that and turn it into possibly a wet bar, but I didn't really want to invest the money into that at this moment in time. So I got a wild idea a few weeks ago to turn it into my new video editing room. So I'm going to move all my video editing equipment, all my camera gear, everything down here. I used to have a workshop in this basement, which you'll see in the pictures now. What I did was I actually tore down that whole workshop so I could finish the floor. And ever since then, I've really missed having a workshop. So I decided, in addition to putting my video editing equipment in here, I wanted to rebuild my workshop so that I could create. because that's what one of the biggest goals of this channel was I could create and document it, and I could tinker around and make content for all of you guys. Well, I haven't had that space other than my garage or maybe my living room. I really haven't had a space to do that for quite some time. So that's changing soon, real soon. In fact, as you will see here, I've already set up my workbench. Right now it's just a catch-all for everything. As you can see, I've got paint materials, I've got a table saw, I've got a whole bunch of pocket hole kits which will be used in the future, and just a whole bunch of stuff that I'm kind of staging for all the various projects I'm going to do down here. In fact, one of them, I just bought this DeWalt table saw stand, and so that table saw will go on here, and the theory is I can kind of move it around. It's not just stationary. The idea was to do the same with this chop saw, but this stand I bought, which is designed for this saw, didn't really work out how I thought it would. As you can see, I actually had to put C-clamps on here to hold it, because if I don't, the whole thing rocks. These feet are plastic and they suck. The stand is a really good design, horribly executed, just FYI. The Cobalt miter saw stand, I would really recommend not buying it. What else? Another thing I did was I put my workbench on casters. So this whole table is mobile now. So that was a pretty cool feat. They're all locking, so I can lock it in place. They lock really well. Bought them on Amazon for like 40 bucks. Best investment ever. So originally, and still might in the future, this little nook right here will probably be either a wine bar or a dry bar or something, but I'm picturing, you know, lower cabinets, a countertop, and then upper cabinets going up in here. Maybe put games and board games and stuff for when this room actually becomes, you know, the home theater that it's designed to do. You can see there's actually speakers up on the wall already. The previous owner left me. They're JBL, really nice loudspeakers. But you might notice, see here if I can show you, see the wires? There's other wires hanging right there, and then all that along the back. That's all pre-wired for surround sound. I just haven't finished it yet. I do have the speakers, I just haven't put them in because I painted this room, and I think with the flooring, the brown color, and the walls and all that, I think it's just way too brown. So I'm gonna actually repaint portions of it to make it a little bit more modern and a little more neutral. Right now it's too oriented towards brown, and I don't know that I like it. I think it's just overkill. So change is coming. Speaking of, so part of this studio that I'm building, this workspace, this creative, whatever you want to call it, man cave of sorts, this wall is going to be a backdrop for product reviews and just vlogging in general. So I have ideas to build a table, and what I'm going to do today, after I film this, is that wall is going to be painted a different color. Stay tuned. I am already going to kind of reveal part of what I'm doing here with my other room that's going to be the main room. It's gone for many different colors. So when I first bought this house, everything downstairs except for the hallway and the spare rooms was all this weird taupe gray color. It wasn't even an attractive shade of gray. It was, I don't know. If you know what taupe is, it's kind of like putty color. It's not a very attractive color, and I didn't like the whole basement painted that color, or at least the main room and the main focal points of the basement being the color. So I changed it. So I went with this kind of brownish color. These are actually two different shades. The ceiling is a darker color than the walls. It's hard to tell in here because of lighting, but they actually are different colors. And then this room I'm about to show you, I had green. You can see it here. And so what I did was I didn't like that green. I painted that color. It didn't turn out how I really envisioned, so I changed it. My favorite color is blue, so I decided to paint the room blue. I've done it in the past, and it's been a long time since I painted a room blue, and I've missed it, to be honest with you. And so I thought, as part of my creative workspace, that I'd go ahead and do it again. And so here you go. As you can see, it's very blue. It's supposed to be a darker blue. It actually looks a little bit brighter than I anticipated, but I think once I get it furnished, you know, get all the trim on, get this window that's a real eyesore kind of dressed up, I think it'll look really cool. So what I envisioned, if you will, is right here will be my new workstation. My dual monitors, my MacBook Pro, a custom desk that I'm gonna make in there, along with, I think what I'm gonna do is how I currently vlog from my computer room currently upstairs. I'm gonna kind of mimic that down here. So I'm gonna put a camera mount and stuff right over here so I can look this way at the desk, and so I can still do the point of view from working at my desk for vlogging. In addition, I have some other plans. I was gonna show you, but I'm gonna wait. I wanna leave some stuff to be a surprise, especially if it doesn't work, then I won't show you. But I figured I can put a cabinet here. This can house like all the packages and boxes for stuff, and my camera bag and a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't need to leave out all the time. Probably put shelves over here to just display stuff so it's a nice backdrop for vlogging. I'm either gonna put a big screen on this wall, which I probably will, but it will be later. For now, I'm probably gonna put a painting or a big picture or something right here to go above the desk just to give it a little bit more pizzazz. And then I think right here, I'm gonna put a workbench with drawers on it and then some pegboard to hang all my camera gear. Kind of like what Peter McKinnon has in his shop right now. I've seen other YouTubers and vloggers have similar setups, so that's kind of what inspired me. So yeah, that's gonna be on this wall. And like I said, this wall will be just a backdrop. I'm gonna have a table here that's actually a stand-up table, and it's gonna be on casters so I can roll it out, film, and then I can stack it against the wall so it can be out of the way, and then I can do other stuff with it. Or I can just have it there, but it's not in the way of, you know, the flow of the room. Other items, I do have a router and table that'll be sitting right over here. Over here, I'll probably just put workbenches to stage stuff, and I have a lot of projects coming down the pipeline that I really can't wait to share with you guys once they get going, but I haven't even started, let alone gotten good at them, or I really haven't invested in it yet. It's all just in here, but I have some really cool ideas. Eventually, I will create a website and I will have a store and start selling merchandise. So I'm hoping to make a lot of that merchandise here in the basement. Stay tuned. So a quick tour of the rest of the basement. Here's obviously a hallway. I have some neat ideas on how to kind of spruce that up a little bit, because right now it's just white. Turn the lights on. You can see it's really bright white, which isn't really a bad thing, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep it that way. I have a nice little linen closet that I need to finish, utility room / storage room, a bathroom that's not finished yet. You can still see the styrofoam wall. Storeroom. This is kind of where I store all my lumber that used to be in the main room. This will be cleaned out. This will actually be a spare room someday. And then this room's also storage, but this is where I put all my workbench and all my work tools that used to be in the other room before I started finishing it. So this became the storage room. I'm gonna clean this out. I'm probably gonna put stuff in here, and this will be part of my workshop, an extension of the main room. More to come on that. I'm not there yet. I'm still working on it. But that's about it. Eventually, when I sell this house, if I ever sell it, this will be another room. So in total, I'll have 4 bedrooms plus a master suite. So that's a 5-bedroom house. It'll be nice when it's done. But that's a long ways away. And I don't even know if I will sell the house. Who knows? Anyways, the only other thing I have to do is for that little kind of crawl space that goes underneath the stairs. It doesn't really go anywhere. It's just a storage area. I need to build a custom door for it. I figured me making one's probably a lot cheaper than ordering one. So that might actually be a video in itself of me trying to make a door for that. In fact, a lot of this finishing, as I start creating projects and doing cool things, will become content for the channel. So, and then once I'm done, obviously this is where I'll create a lot of content. Since travel's not really going on right now and a lot of other stuff's just kind of iffy, uncertainty with the whole pandemic and really the crazy chaos going on in most cities right now, I just don't want to go anywhere. So this will be my workspace for the time being. I have lots and lots of cool ideas. I can't wait to share them with you. So please stay tuned. Thank you for your patience. I know it's been a while since I've done a vlog. I apologize. I'm gonna get back on it, and I'm hoping to start pumping out some really good content for you guys soon. So thank you to those who have subscribed. Thank you to those who haven't subscribed but still watch the videos. Please do subscribe. Click the subscribe button down below. Click the like button, and we'll see you next time. Bye.